Criminal trial of Marine veteran Daniel Penny. The jury just sent a note to the judge. They are deadlocked on the first count in this case. This is manslaughter in the second degree. CB Cotton at the courthouse in New York City. CB, tell us what you know.
Hi, Dagan. That's right. The jury just passed a note to the judge saying it's unable to reach a unanimous decision on the most serious charge in this case, second-degree manslaughter. The judge said in the courtroom that he thinks he now needs to instruct the jury on an Allen charge, which is essentially telling the jury you need to go back into the deliberations room, talk more, consider the viewpoints of other jurors, and try to reach a consensus. At that point, if the jury comes back again and still does not have a unanimous decision, the judge would then have to declare a mistrial. But of course, we know if there is a conviction on this most serious charge, there are high stakes for Daniel Penny, who would face up to 15 years in prison. But so far, the jury says it's not able to reach a unanimous consensus on that charge. We know all eyes are on this case across the country. It's really initiated a lot of conversations across the country, conversations on race, policing, and the criminal justice system. Jurors have asked to review lots of key evidence so far in the case, to include the video evidence of the chokehold, the 25-minute taped interview Daniel Penny had with police at the precinct when he waived his Miranda rights to answer detectives' questions. He didn't know Neely had died at the time. The jury also wanted to see yesterday a 1-minute clip of the chokehold that was captured by a high schooler who was on the subway that day. They also wanted the definitions of recklessness and negligence read back from the judge. So a lot more to watch here at the courthouse for sure, Dagan.
Let me back up. An Allen charge, you would think the judge would wait to read what they also refer to as a dynamite charge if the jury was deadlocked on both of these charges, as opposed to just one, because they're still going back to deliberate criminally negligent homicide, correct, CB?
So based on the notes I'm getting from the courtroom, Dagan, the judge is telling both the prosecution and the defense that he doesn't believe he can instruct the jury to deliberate on the second charge because they don't have a unanimous decision on the most serious charge, second-degree manslaughter. So to my understanding right now in the courtroom, he's trying to figure out what to do next now that jurors can't reach that consensus on the first charge.
It's interesting. So there had been 8 notes that had come out so far as of this morning before the jury reconvened at 10 a.m. in Lower Manhattan. 2 were about scheduling, but they definitely seem, and please correct me if I'm wrong, seem to be looking into what was the judgment of the coroner about the cause of death, because that was evidence that was really pushed by the defense about, was it definitively the chokehold that caused the death, versus what about the drugs that were in the system? What about pre-existing conditions like sickle cell disease?
Dagan, so jurors wanted to rehear portions of medical examiner Dr. Cynthia Harris's cross-examination when she talked about issuing a second death certificate for Neely. She testified during the trial that she issued that death certificate ruling Jordan Neely's death a chokehold without toxicology results. And she said during the trial that toxicology results wouldn't have changed her mind. And she said that the results could have come back with fentanyl, and her decision was confirmed on the basis of what she saw in that widely circulated video showing Penny restraining Neely. So jurors were particularly interested in that portion of her cross-examination where she talked about issuing the cause of death without the toxicology results. And I've been talking to a lot of legal experts about this case, and they say this is particularly interesting because it appears like the jury may not be able to find causation from Penny's actions and Neely's death.
Very interesting. CB, terrific work. We'll get back to you as this develops. Thank you so much, CB Cotton in Lower Manhattan.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McInerney